guys, so today I'm bringing to you an anti-gift guide. Basically the things that I think if you're looking to buy that special beauty lover in your life, avoid these things. Did I word that right? I don't know. To run through these pretty quickly and I'll explain to you why I feel this way and what I think you should get instead. Which might be controversial because some people actually do like these things. But for me anyway, I feel like I've never used these things, or I've used them partially but then just ended up throwing them away because I never used them again. Is body wash, shower gel, bar soap in the little gift sets. Honestly, I think they are such a waste of money. Unless you know that the person you're getting for specifically likes that scent or brand, or, I mean, I guess there might be some like high-end ones that you might settle on, but even then, they're so gimmicky. Not only that, but literally, first of all, that's a bold claim. A lot of people have a fragrance sensitivities, and you don't necessarily know who has a fragrance sensitivity. And buying a whole bunch of soaps and shampoos and body gels for someone who is going to be in agony from using them but might still use them anyway just because they feel bad because it was a gift to them, and they don't want it to go to waste. It's just, I don't know. I know it's cheap and I know it's easy and I know it smells nice, so when somebody opens it up, everybody in the room smells it and goes, ooh, you know, but I think it's an old tradition that just needs to end. I can buy my own body wash. It's Dove unsensitive usually. And if I do like the fruity stuff, you better be buying me Lush. Don't buy me Olay Strawberry Fields or something. You know, like, just don't. Just stop with the body wash. I just personally, I don't like it. I do know someone who actually tells people to buy them shower gel. But at the end of the day, while they might be happy with that, they don't have to buy shower gel for the whole rest of the year. At the same time, it's like, yeah, but if that person bought you something that you really liked instead, you'd probably be a lot happier. So shower gel is just, don't do it. I know all of these companies are trying to come at you like, oh, this is such a great gift. It's not. It's really not. Okay. Now that we cleared that up. The caboodles. So I've seen a resurgence of the caboodles, the hard plastic containers for makeup storage. I remember I got one when I was a tween or a teen, and I kept a lot of random stuff in there, but, well, I guess at that time I didn't have makeup anyway, so I've seen it recently used with makeup. But even still, the way that it's laid out, not everything's gonna fit where you want it to fit, and it ends up being a lot of wasted space. And personally, I think if you want to get some kind of storage for this person's makeup, go with something that's cute, like a nice makeup bag with flowers on it, because then at least everything can get tossed in that makeup bag and fit. I think those caboodles are a really bad idea, and like I said, I've seen them advertised on Facebook, so I'm pretty sure they're making a comeback, but I don't know why. Just don't do it. Resist the dark side. Caboodles are not a good idea. Granted, it might be a good idea for somebody, maybe like crafting or something. I don't know, because to me, okay, so it's hard plastic, it's not malleable. So when you put things in that are too big, it's not going to fit right. You got to jigsaw everything. And so really the only good things that fit in there are like tiny things, like maybe a bunch of beads and sequins and things like that. But still, I don't know. I just think it's a terrible idea. Get a nice travel makeup bag, or if they're an aspiring makeup artist and you have a specific budget in mind, you could get one of those makeup traveling kits or whatever. I mean, you could just scratch that idea completely and just buy them a brush set. There's nothing wrong with that. Just don't get the caboodles. That's all. Okay. So the next thing that I think is a really bad idea for the beauty lover in your life is makeup palettes you find at Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Walmart. I mean, it depends. No, Walmart still won't have anything high-end. Target might have Makeup Geek. I don't know if Makeup Geek does. Like, only certain Targets have Makeup Geek anyway. I don't even know why. I mean, Pixie, but like, you're gonna be spending $20 to $30 anyway. Go online. Find something nice. The quality of the palettes that you're gonna find in a drugstore or a retail store of any kind, it's not gonna be good. Likely, it's not gonna be good. I heard Profusion's really good, and you can get Profusion in some of the, like Walmart and some of the drugstores. The Milani palette's pretty nice, but the Milani, I can't remember what it's called. It's like $15, and NYX has some nice, like $20 or $30 palettes. But my thing is, the ones specifically, like, I don't know who people buy them for. Okay, so I worked for a retail chain pharmacy, and we always had this stupid collection. I think it was made by Wet n Wild, or whoever is the distributor of Wet n Wild. I forget their name. I'm drawing a blank. But anyway, the person who makes it makes us these, well, not me anymore, but makes the retail pharmacy these big colorful palettes that have like 35 shades, or I don't even know, 50 shades or something like that. And we sell them for $10, and you receive a $10 coupon for next time. And it's like getting it for free, like for Black Friday, and I think there's one other time right before the holidays that they do that. Listen, that makeup is not good. Maybe for a 9-year-old, but even still, in my opinion, my baby sister is getting, she's 10, she's getting a ColourPop palette, and I paid, I mean, she's getting, we'll see what she gets. It might be 2, but I paid essentially the same price. I think the 9-pan palette ColourPops are $12. So for $12, you're getting much better payoff, much better quality, no chance of irritation. Well, I guess there might be a chance of irritation, but no, not like those cheap eyeshadow palettes that you can get for Black Friday at one of the retail chains. You know what I mean? Like, no, save your money those things are essentially useless for anybody who has any sort of basic skill level. They're not good. They blend to nothing. Even if they apply first colorful, they're not good. The pigment payoff is not good. They're just terrible palettes. So please don't do that to somebody. Please don't hurt them like that. That's a scar that they'll never heal from. That's really silly, but I mean, in 2012, I had one of them. 2012? Somewhere around there. And I let my brother play with it because I knew it wasn't gonna stain, because it wasn't pigmented. None of those colors really, easy to wipe off. It was just not very good. It introduced me to, I didn't have the money at the time for Ben Nye and England, Alicia from X Sparkage, Panacea 81, Lauren Luke, Mischievous, Julia Graf, Goldie Sarling. They're the ones who really got me into color. I think Pixie Woo really taught me technique and kind of broadened my skill, or honed my skill rather, at that time. But I think the other ones are the ones who brought me into color and vibrancy. And so I wanted to have rainbow eyes, and so I bought the CVS palette. And granted, I know that it might have gotten better by then, but even still, I'm telling you, I've processed damages. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just find a brand that's on sale. Juvia's Place. Juvia's Place has phenomenal shadows for a margin, a fraction of the price that some of these high-ends are. My Juvia's are so... Look at this liner. This is just mixing medium and liner. Granted, the mixing medium probably does help, but it's just so pigmented. Juvia's is probably one of my new favorite, all-time favorites, because the Masquerade Mini and the Magic Mini are just my absolute favorite palettes right now. But some of theirs, okay, regular price, they might be $20, or the Magic Mini, you can get a bundle. The Magic and the Masquerade you can get bundled for $25. So that brings them down to $12.50. That's not a lot of money. It's not. And you can find a coupon code that takes 10% off, which might help cover half of the shipping, so you might be paying $27. Really, what more can you ask for? Why are you being so greedy? Why are you trying to go into a store last minute and buy some crappy makeup palette and try to pass it off to someone who is a beauty lover? Don't do it. Just don't do it. Really. Don't do it. Gift cards are so impersonal these days, and it's everyone gives gift cards, so then they're just essentially handing themselves back you know what I mean? I think gift cards is a bad idea. I mean, it's not a bad idea. Sometimes I just get gift cards for people I don't really know, here, and not expect anything in return, obviously. But if you're doing a family gift giving event and I give you $50 in a gift card to Sephora, and you give me $50 gift card to Ulta, essentially we just paid for our own shopping sprees. You know what I mean? So to me, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do for people you don't really know or just don't know what to get them. For people who have everything, basically. My last recommendation for what not to buy, that special beauty lover in your life, is a really expensive palette that you didn't see the reviews on. I definitely recommend doing your research before purchasing anything high-end, just because even though it's high-end, it might not necessarily mean that it's great. There are quite a few palettes that have hit the market that are in the 65, 75, $120 range that just might not be that great. So if you want to make sure that what you're getting is good, go ahead and do some research, do some YouTube deep diving, look at these smaller brands that actually went out and purchased that item with their own money and are reviewing it honestly. That way you really don't lose out. Do not buy the holiday collection makeup, especially from Too Faced. Don't do it. Why don't do it? Because the quality is usually garbage. Some things, it's like hit or miss, I guess. Like, I heard that the gingerbread palette was really good from Too Faced, and that was obviously a limited edition holiday thing. But, like, everyone basically tells you, it's terrible quality. Like, anyone who's ever reviewed them, it's awful quality. But my friend John actually purchased me one of the Too Faced collection. I think he got it from Sephora. Originally, I had posted on Facebook about the one that was at Ulta, but it was like a similar, like a sister collection. It was supposed to be like France or something like that, and it was cute little house. It was a cute little house with 3 palettes in it. They each had a blush shade and then 6 eyeshadow shades. It didn't blend well. It was patchy. It wasn't very pigmented. The shimmers just weren't very nice. And I'm like, really? This is Too Faced? And so for a while, I really thought Too Faced was overrated. And then I started watching more YouTube and seeing oh, okay, it's just the holiday collections that suck, or as of late, it's both holiday and other collections. But before, it was just specifically the holiday collections. They just really don't care at the holidays because they know people are going to buy it because it's cute packaging. Don't do it. Yes, it's cute. Yes, it's holiday. Yes, it's limited edition, but it's probably not quality. Or if you're looking into those, see if there's any reviews on YouTube from any influencers. Because if someone can vouch for the quality, though that doesn't always work, because I bought the Vice 3 palette on Alicia X Barkage's recommendation, and that did not work out well. But yeah, most of the time, if you can get a good idea from the influencers about the quality, then that's a pretty good guide. So, be wary of those holiday collections. Do your research before purchasing them. Don't just buy it because it's cute. Because that's how they get you. I would much rather gingerbreads on the wrapping paper for a ColourPop palette than gingerbreads on a terrible quality Too Faced palette that I know was way too much money and doesn't agree with the quality, and so then I'm gonna feel guilty this person spent their money, because that's exactly what happened with John. I was not expecting John to buy me a gift that year, and especially to buy me a gift that I randomly threw up on Facebook, and then to get it and to try it out and for it to be terrible and to know how much he had to have spent on it made me really sad. So that is probably the ultimate tip that I can give you to avoid. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day and a fantastic holiday.